Okay, while Keaton is passing out paper, I should be up here. Okay, somebody tell me, what have we been learning about in reading in the mornings? Not our Harcourt books, our iReady reading. And what have we been writing about? Tipton.
Subheading.
What is that word called? What do we call things like a subheading? Jasmine? Text features. Subheadings is one of them. What else? Kate? Table of contents. What else? Luke? Caption. Victor?
Index.
An index. What else? Alec? A glossary. Aiden?
Full print.
Bold prints. Is there any more that I'm missing? Wayne?
Illustration.
Illustrations. Okay. Good. So we've been learning about different text features. And before I move on, Diego, can you come up front and grab your chair? Sebastian. There's one more. Which one? The title. I think we mentioned title. Diego, can you please come up front? Sebastian, can you please come up front? And Ireland, can you please come up front? Okay. Yes.
I'm missing one more.
Which one?
Index.
We mentioned index. Okay. Everybody's hands are down. Does everybody have a sheet of paper?
Yes.
Okay, don't lift it up. Just put it on your desk. Please write your name on that sheet of paper. Can you come sit over here, please? Ireland, can you bring the chair? Thank you. It's an extra one. Okay. Yeah. You can sit where Naomi's desk is. Okay. As for everybody else, we are focused, right? We lose focus, you will get a warning card, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready for your instructions?
Yes.
Okay. Please do not do anything until I ask you to, okay? First, we've been going over this in reading, but we haven't really gone over this in math. So we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to display it here for you. So today, you're sitting here. You can sit here. Today, we're going to be mixing a little bit of reading with our math, and I will tell you why. But first is our reading objective. Somebody read it out loud for me, please. Lena, can you read this out loud for me? Super, super loud.
Reading objective. I can locate and describe text features in my reading and writing content. Table of contents, illustration, glossary.
Have we been doing that this week?
Yes.
And we did that last week, right? And we're going to do that in our math today, too. Okay, now that brings us to our math objective. Whoops. Who can read our math objective? Chloe, super loud, okay? Go.
I can compare 3 digit numbers, value, by using symbols,
Mm-hmm.
greater, less than, or equal to. And the word greater than, less than, or
Thank you so much. She was actually able to read the symbols. I was going to wonder if you guys would be able to read that. And we've been using these symbols as what? What did we talk about yesterday? What do these symbols mean? They remind us of one certain animal that we were talking about. Don't yell it out. Don't yell it out. Colette, what were we learning about yesterday?
the biggest numbers, the numbers at the end.
Yeah, we were talking about Mr. Alligator and how he likes to eat the biggest number, just like a lot of us like to eat the cupcakes with the most frosting on them, and the biggest slices with the most cheese and pepperoni. Yeah. So our crocodile always likes the big numbers. And because he likes the big numbers, is he always going to be facing his back to the big numbers, or is he going to be facing his open mouth towards them? Open mouth. Okay, cool. So before we begin, to get a little bit of practice in our objective, I want you to find the table of contents in your math book. Point to it, please. Find your table of contents. We're not talking, remember? We're just quietly finding our table of contents. I like how a lot of us are helping our friends because some of our friends are in the middle of our book. Some of the friends are in the back of our book. But that is not where our table of contents is. Point to your table of contents once you found it. Thank you, table 5. Thank you, table 6. Table 1. All right. Good. There's your table of contents. Okay. How many of us knew that we had a table of contents in our math book? Okay, put your hands down. How many of us did not know we had a table of contents in it? Yeah. So it's going to help us. Why do we use table of contents? Why would it be important to have it in our math book? Bethany.
Because if you don't know where the page is, or like if the teacher says what lesson it is, you can go to the table of contents and you can find the page number to go to that page.
Yeah, it tells us where to find our chapters. So that's your next clue. That's your next task. Point to lesson 12, please, on your table of contents. Look for lesson 12. Point to lesson 12, please. Oh, guys. Her voice falling still. Now that you're in lesson 12, point to the page number on lesson 12, please. Point to the page number. Page number. Somebody raise their hand and tell me what page number is lesson 12 on. What page number is lesson 12 on? Jasmine. Page 104. Let's all go there at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go to page 104, please. Boys and girls, don't tell me when you're done. Just get there. Everybody's page should be open. Book should be open to page 104. Page 104. Good. Page numbers are also part of our text features that we're going to be learning about as well later on. Okay. We went to page where lesson 12 begins. And now I want us to define some words together before we begin. But before we do that, I want to review a little bit. I have my stuff here. I'm going to review a little bit before we move on to our definitions, because I think it's important for us to first try to demonstrate our understanding before we begin. So it's going to be a review for you guys. Everybody should have a blank piece of paper. Please write number 1 on that blank piece of paper. It should be like this. Number 1. Just write number 1. It's as if this was a test. Pretend this is a test, okay? Okay, cool. And then I have these numbers. Leave it blank and want you, as best as you can remember, we're going to be using these symbols, right? Greater than, less than, or equal to. I want you to point to the biggest number. Open my alligator mouth, write it down. Is 245 greater than or less than or equal to 254? Which number is bigger? Which number is my alligator going to point to? And then I have my number 2. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to try to trick you. Okay, I'm going to try to trick you, okay? Here we go. Hold on. 2. I have 2 hundreds in this number. 1, 10. I need to write it smaller here. 200. You don't have to write it all out. If you don't want to, if it helps you, you can. Because I just want your answers. 200, 610, 200, 610, and 2 1. It's gonna go down here, but pretend this is just like a long line. Okay. I want you to solve that one for me. 300. I just want your answers. You don't have to write the whole thing if you don't want to. Do you see the line? The line is where they split up. Those are the line, where the line is, that's where you're comparing. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. My first one says 245 is greater than, less than, or equal to 254. Number 2 says there are 2 hundreds, 1 10, and 5 ones in this number. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to my number of 2 hundreds, 6 tens, and 2 ones? Write it out. Figure out what that number is. And number 3. 3 hundreds, 0 tens, and 5 ones is greater than, less than, or equal to 305. When you're done, put your pencils down and put your arms crossed like this so that I know that you're done. And let's wait for our friends to finish, okay? Just for that, make sure you point your alligator to the correct one. Make sure your name is on your papers, okay? Because you're going to turn this in at the end.